Hello everyone, my name is Harpal Gill and I'm the VP in the Connects Group. Today I'm going to chat with you a little bit about data integration, specifically how to unlock data value wherever it resides. Before I jump in, I'd like to share or start with what is data integration? Well, the discipline of data integration comprises the practices, architectural techniques, and tools for achieving the consistent access and delivery of data across the spectrum of data subject areas and data structure types in an enterprise to meet the data consumption requirements of all the applications and business processes. This is a reference right off the Gartner website I wanted to share. So why should you care about data integration? Well, there's a lot of reasons. Let me share three common use cases. First of all, everyone's really interested in fast access. What does that mean? Well, fast access to data could be, I have data-driven applications. Perhaps I'm looking for sub-second responses to these applications. Customer self-service. Sales is looking to access information. Operations requires access to information. And inventory management. And all of these require rapid access to that data. The second use case is real-time business intelligence. People are looking to get a 360-degree business view of their organization, their sales, their customers. Perhaps they're looking for advanced data analytics, business decisions, or maybe they're doing some mergers and acquisitions and need to consolidate data across multiple business units. They're looking to enhance or understand their security, or perhaps they're doing regulatory compliance. And finally, the third use case is rapid modernization. So we've all started off with data marts, then data warehouses. Now we're seeing a lot of cloud applications. In fact, we're seeing data lakes in the cloud. People have a variety of different business intelligence tools. There's new applications that are looking to be brought on. Perhaps you want to retire some of these legacy applications. And there's a requirement for business continuity. So what are some of these legacy data challenges? Well, let's start with a few of these. Legacy data sources are complex, they're proprietary, and have no common integration standard. This makes them very hard to access, integrate with new applications, or leverage on other platforms. With the limited time and resources, compounded by the retirement of these individuals that manage the applications, or legacy experts as we call them, organizations start to rely on multiple vendors to address the diversity of integration use cases, adding complexity and cost. And finally, as we go from mergers and acquisitions to cloud adoptions, new use cases demand a combination of data access, data virtualization, data movement options as legacy systems are maintained or phased out. So how does this affect you? Well, as new applications and business intelligence tools lack timely or complete information, jeopardizing customer service, sales, operations, and regulatory compliance, the costs are starting to escalate, employee productivity plummets, and innovation stagnates due to complexity of integrations and lack of a single solution to address the diversity use cases. And finally, the new business initiatives and adoptions of new technologies take longer to pay off, and the business continuity is at risk. So what's your path forward? Perhaps you're considering this path. Maybe I'll consolidate my data through migration and replatforming. Or perhaps I'll rely on consultants or vendors to integrate the legacy data. Well, the truth of the matter is the consultants in this path, what was promised quickly, has taken years, is over budget, and put your business at risk. In fact, meanwhile, existing data is not being put to productive use. Now you're maintaining your existing platform to keep your business critical applications running, and you're managing multiple vendors and projects You're adding complexity and costs while distracting your staff from focusing on more important projects that are critical to your business. What if we just stay as we are? Well, there's an ongoing cost of status quo. Poor business decisions. Only 16% of business execs are confident in the accuracy of their underlying data. There's the loss of market competitiveness. 27% of revenue is wasted on inaccurate or incomplete customer prospect data. There's loss of productivity. Data scientists spend 60% of their time cleaning, normalizing, and organizing corporate data. And finally, regulatory compliance risks. Knowledge workers spend up to 50% of their time with hidden and inaccurate data. The inaccuracies in data cost companies between 15 and 25% of their revenue annually. Well, what if we could change this? Well, what if we could generate value from all your data, including legacy, with fast, real-time access and visibility to all your data across any platform, regardless of the data structure? What if we could adopt new platforms and move to the cloud quickly while maintaining business continuity by seamlessly moving legacy data to new technologies? Finally, what if we could reduce the time and cost and effort of integrating legacy data by using a single platform that supports a variety of use cases with fast, easy configurations? Well, if we could, you would have fast, real-time access and visibility to all your data across any platform, regardless of data structure. This would mean you would be able to make better decisions, business decisions, and act faster with a single view of your data. Address reporting and analytics requirements faster, especially if you have mergers and acquisitions and multiple business units. Deliver better customer service, sales execution, and operational information. And finally, accelerate deployment of data-driven applications. Well, what are the capabilities that are needed to deliver something like this? Well, adapters to access and transform legacy and new data sources into standard SQL, standard query language. Data virtualization and metadata management to display multiple sources in a single view, and security to protect all of your data sources. That way you can generate value from all of your data, regardless of data type, platform. What if you could seamlessly move or synchronize data, legacy data, with new technologies without affecting your existing reliable systems? This would mean you could adopt, migrate new applications and platforms without disrupting business operations. You could move to the cloud fast, modernize your data warehouse, including big data, data lakes, leverage the latest business intelligence platforms and tools, and you would have standard SQL connectivity, a wide spectrum of adapters, event-driven replication and change data capture. Your transformations would be either ETL or ELT, depending on which you prefer, a single metadata management model, and leverage your existing security and be able to layer additional security if required. You can adopt new platforms and move to the cloud quite easily. What if you could reduce the time, cost, and efforts of integrating legacy data by using a single platform that supports a variety of use cases with fast, easy configurations? This would mean you would be able to access legacy data and modern data in days, not weeks or months. Increase employee productivity by eliminating time-consuming file transfers, data downloads, home-built tools, multi-vendor management, custom code. You'd be able to free up resources to develop and deliver innovative offerings to serve customers and disrupt competitors. Well, what are the capabilities that are going to be required? A single data integration platform that supports all your legacy data sources, your data access, data virtualization, and data movement, and be able to deliver a fast deployment and ease of use. The freedom to select your options. All of this would reduce the time, cost, and effort of integrating legacy data. Well, we do have a platform like that. Your data is unique and you need options. We give you 3 ways with the Connects product suite from Software AG to give you data access, data virtualization, and data movement. Let's talk about these a little bit. Data access, the ability to access data from a variety of different solutions, whether it be a desktop, a cloud, or a mobile application, perhaps a BI tool. And we have support for over 150 different data sources. And we give you standard connectivity mechanisms, ODBC, JDBC, .NET, or OADB. Data virtualization. What is data virtualization? Well, data virtualization is a concept of consuming multiple data sources in a single view. Imagine, if you will, you have a database on the mainframe, perhaps Oracle on-premise, and a columnar database in the cloud like Amazon's Redshift. Well, I've got 3 very different data sources. I can virtualize them into a single view in the Connects product suite and be able to consume them as if I was writing SQL queries against a single relational data store. I can drive things like dashboards, reporting, business intelligence, and analytics. And again, we support over 150 different data sources on-premise and in the cloud. And finally, data movement. We have the ability to move data from over 150 different data sources to the over 150 on-premise or in the cloud, or a hybrid of both. The Connects data integration solution is the only data integration solution that unlocks legacy data value without disrupting your business continuity. On the bottom, we can see a variety of different platforms. So not only do we support over 150 different data sources, they can reside on a variety of different platforms. Everything from the mainframe, perhaps you have some OpenVMS or AS400, maybe other legacy Linux or Unix or Windows platforms. You might have a data warehouse or a data mart. You might have some relational data stores. And then with the cloud, that adds a whole nother level of whether we're looking at databases or data lakes or applications. While the Connects data integration layer in the middle provides you data access, data virtualization, and data movement, all while maintaining your existing security, giving you the ability to layer another layer of security, metadata, a single metadata management module, database adapters to over 150 different data sources, replication to move the data from a source to any target or multiple sources to multiple targets, ELT or ETL, depending on which flavor you want to do, and real-time CDC or change data capture, and gives you access to things like advanced data analytics, BI tools, API and microservices, data-driven applications, cloud, database, data lakes, wherever the data resides will give you access and the ability to perform various different requirements that you have. So let's share a few examples. I'd like to share some use cases of how we were able to deliver real-time information for business transformation. The first company I'm going to talk about is Georgia Pacific. It's one of the world's leading manufacturers and marketing of tissue, packaging, paper, pulp, building products, and related chemicals with nearly 35,000 employees worldwide. The second case study I will share is Fabricat, which is a tractor dealer founded in 1917, specializing in the distribution and rental of Caterpillar equipment, with over 1,100 employees and more than 300 machine types in its product line. It has a rich heritage of customer service. And the third company I will share details around is Allied, which is a distributor. They're part of a $1.7 billion global distributor, Electro Components. Allied Electronics and Automation distributes and services automation and electrical components within the Americas. So let's drill into the actual use cases and the requirements prior to us helping them out them acquiring the Connect's product suite and then the resulting results after. So I'll start with Georgia Pacific. Again, this is our paper mill environment, and they shared that they had poor visibility into large mill equipment rental usage, impacting their ability to manage their expenses. They lacked the ability to build applications while allowing users to do their own reporting from the various existing systems, legacy systems, concurrently. With the Connect's product suite, they then had improved control of all their business practices. They had visibility into equipment downtime, work orders, and accounts payable, which all resulted in a substantial savings. And they were able to extend the usability of the legacy systems while transitioning into new technologies or adding new cloud technologies to their environment. The second use case was a company called Fabric. This is a large Caterpillar dealer. They actually were in the process of acquiring a number of dealerships, which increased the complexity of reporting and process ordering. They had multiple business units, and they all used slightly different applications and different data sources, which prevented a roll-up or summary reporting. With the Connect's product suite, they were able to get one set of reports that covers all of the companies, the different business units, with data warehouse and a data warehouse fed by different data sources. The data is kept fresh and up to the date without impacting the performance of the source systems by only copying the change data, or as we call it, CDC, change data capture. Thirdly, I mentioned a large distributor, our friends over at Allied. They had lost their knowledge gathered during phone conversations with customers. So they had an old CRM system, and they had lost some of that information. They weren't able to capture it properly. They were not capturing customer preferences or learning why quotes did or did not convert to orders. So what we did was we helped them with the Connect's product suite, and they were able to put together an online quote system for all 70 branches that can access 20 years of legacy information from their RMS data. They had an open VMS platform. They have now got improved efficiency of quote process and captured customer information, increasing their sales pipeline and the visibility, customer visibility, and revenue opportunities. Let's share some additional use cases. This time I'm going to start with 3 different companies. The first company is Royal Bank of Canada. They're one of the largest banks in Canada, and they have over 16 million clients and over 86,000 employees worldwide. The second institution is the California Department of Technology. They're committed to partnering with state and local and educational entities to deliver digital services. And finally, Nissan, a Japanese multinational auto manufacturer headquartered in Yokohama, Japan. So let's talk a little bit about their scenarios that they had challenges with. The Connect's product suite was brought in, and then the resulting set or the results after. So originally, when we first chatted with Royal Bank, they identified that they had poor visibility into customer accounts, both investments and deposits, poor reporting accessibility to multiple disparate data systems, which led to slow responses and lower customer satisfaction. After they deployed their Connect's product suite, they now had better visibility of all the customers' full profile of their assets, so they were able to make quicker, more meaningful responses, and they had access to all the data across multiple groups residing in a variety of data sources, mainly Database, DB2, Sybase, and a few other databases. At the state of California, the number of departments across the state made for a complex reporting and access to the data environment. They had a need for the ability to easily create and share applications to users and residents of the state. Well, they leveraged within the Connect's product suite the data virtualization technology to expand their reporting to include all databases. They exposed the mainframe and other data to .NET applications for use by the various departments and citizens' applications. And finally, with Nissan, we had multiple groups spanning the globe. Data consolidation and reporting was a challenge. The speed in which to access and deliver the information to the groups was also slow. Again, the Connect's data virtualization across the global units enabled better data-driven business decisions. The ability to move data in real time to on-premise and cloud data stores provided a consolidated view of all of the data. Let me drill into a few additional use cases, but in these ones I'll go a little bit deeper. I'll share the actual challenge, which Connect's products were leveraged, and then the result. So I'll start off with a large multinational bank that was divesting its insurance business. To complete the sale of its insurance business, a large bank had to quickly segregate and move data from its core business to a data warehouse. In order to do this, they would have to write custom extraction scripts and parse the data in order to populate that data warehouse. But the process was taking so long, they were going to miss their deadline by multiple years. The solution was to leverage the Connect's ETL data movement solution and data access solution that gave them access to over 40 different applications, which contained policy, client, process, advisor information in a variety of different data formats. Well, some were structured, some were unstructured. With the Connect's data movement or data sync solution, they were able to perform extracts, transforms, and loads, ETL, and move that data to a target Microsoft SQL Server data warehouse. The impact the result was with a fast extraction and run times, the bank completed the terms of its sale on time. They were very pleased with the result. They actually licensed the Connect's project or products for additional use within the bank and other areas that they saw value because of the ability to derive information, the high security features, and the technologies such as leveraging the ability to move data to the cloud. A second use case leverages the real-time data virtualization solution within the Connect's product suite. And this is a biotech company, a very large, actually one of the largest biotech companies in the world. So this large biotech needed real-time data from 5 disparate systems in order to authenticate and validate employees throughout the day for both physical and digital access to everything from IP in the labs and the actual physical labs. The latency of relying on the existing data warehouse updated nightly put the business at risk. The reason being, if someone was to be terminated in the morning and that data wasn't populated to the data warehouse till the next night, there would have been an almost 24-hour lag time where these people would have had access to the labs and the IP. Well, the solution was the Connect's data virtualization solution, providing a single metadata model which gave them view across all 5 systems in real time, any time of the day. So the result was authentication validation was done in milliseconds, dramatically boosting security and cutting development and maintenance costs. Thirdly, I'd like to share a large hotel chain. They have a variety of vacation properties around the world, and they were looking to drive new applications against their mainframe. The challenge was this large vacation ownership and exchange was losing the battle to reach customers on the web and mobile to new startups. The solution was the Connect's SQL access to vSAM on its core mainframe booking application, so users can do multiple registrations, bookings, and check-in from a web browser or some of their new mobile apps. The impact was the ability to unleash the power of the mainframe, give the users high-speed, quick access, which drove new revenue, provided better customer experience, and gave the company the ability to scale and support much more newer technologies. So now I'd like to transition a little bit and share a little more detail around the Connect's data integration suite. So earlier on, I started off with Connect's provides different solutions for your unique needs. We started off with real-time data access. Perhaps you have a variety of different applications, whether Windows-based, web-based, cloud-based, mobile apps that you're looking to access a variety of different data sources, well, we have the ability to provide standard connectivity, ODBC, JDBC, .NET, or OLADB, to over 150 different data sources on a variety of different platforms. Perhaps you just want to do data visualization. You have a variety of BI solutions. Maybe you're using Power BI, Looker, ClickTech, Tableau. Well, now we have the ability to drive all that data into your BI solutions using, again, standard connectivity mechanisms, ODBC and JDBC, against any of our over 150 different data sources we support, whether they be on the mainframe, legacy environments, the cloud, or a mix of both. I mentioned earlier that we have the data virtualization technology, which allows you to virtualize multiple data sources into a single view. Perhaps you're driving a real-time dashboard and you want ODBC or JDBC connectivity across multiple data sources that don't support that. We will give you that access with our 150 plus data sources. And finally, our ETL and data movement. We have the ability to move data from any of our 150 plus data sources and platforms to any of those 150 plus on-premise, in the cloud, or a hybrid of both. Here's a little better look at some of the databases and platforms that these 150 plus data sources reside on. I want you to appreciate that we do everything from the mainframe, cloud, Linux, Unix, Windows, OpenVMS, a variety of different platforms. And again, we provide standard connectivity, ODBC, JDBC, .NET, and OLADB. Here's a view of our ETL, or data movement solution, Data Sync. And as you notice, we've got a very robust web interface. Actually, that's all brand new for the last year, and gives you the ability to monitor what jobs are scheduled, what's performing right now, the bandwidth or speed that they're propagating at. We also have an add-in within Excel. For those that are familiar with Excel, you might remember Excel has a file ribbon, a home ribbon. Well, we created a connects ribbon. And with that ribbon, we give you read-write access to any data source we support, whether single or virtualized data sources. So if you want to write a report or view data in Excel from a database on the mainframe, we can do that. If you want to view data from database, perhaps Oracle, and something in the cloud in a column or database like Redshift, we can do that all within Excel as well in a single view. We also have a data query and visualization tool called Infonaut, which allows you to write SQL queries right out of the box and test them. So I'd like to wrap up with why Software AG for data integration. Well, the Connects Data Integration Suite offers the broadest set of legacy adapters. Again, over 150 different data sources on a variety of platforms. It's an all-in-one solution at the lowest TCO, or total cost of ownership. It's easy to use, fast, right-sized, and very price competitive to other technologies out there. It's also the fastest way to get data to the cloud. We have the ability to feed data-driven applications in real time, BI tools, modern data warehouses, or data lakes, and access data, legacy data, in minutes, not hours or days or weeks. I'd like to point out that we've actually had a review by Bloor Research, if you're familiar with them. They have a pure play data integration, and you'll notice that Software AG's Connect solution is right in the most desirable spot. So as I wrap up, I'd like to open it up to any Q&A. But before I do, I'd like to point out, please learn more about Connects at www.softwareag.com/Connects. There you'll find information on our Bloor report that you can read, watch webinars or videos, or even request a demo. I hope this was helpful. I look forward to meeting with you all again and chatting further. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye now.